welcome to Maggie Chats Books. Today I'm going to do my mid-month wrap-up as well as what I'm reading now. It's really difficult to believe that December is halfway over. This month has just absolutely flown by, and I've read 5 books that I'll share with you now. The first one is Against the Odds by Marjolijn. This was our Around the World Book Club read of the month. It is a children's story. The Around the World Book Club is on Goodreads, and it's led by Melanie from Mel's Bookland Adventures, and I'll link her channel below. This book is a children's story, as I said. It is about a young girl whose father goes to war. He's a doctor, and the fear she has that he may be injured or killed. I think the author does a great job of giving the voice to the young girl, and I found her very believable. The other characters around her, you get her point of view of them, but not much about what they're thinking. There are some disturbing thoughts the girl has, which I think are normal for a young girl who's trying to, or a young person who's trying to deal with something that's very adult, war, the possibility of death. And I think it's the first time that for this child that she knows that her parents aren't going to be around forever, and that there is a danger that one of them may die. I gave this book 4 stars. I think it's really good. I don't think I would give it to a very young reader, like 8-9 years old, to read by themselves. I think it would be one that you would want to discuss with them, because there are some things that she goes through that I think need further explanation. But I did like the book, and I gave it 4 stars. The next book is one that is an audiobook that I started in November and finished up this month, and it is Kazuo Ishiguro's The Buried Giant. This book was so unusual. It is a fantasy novel about a couple who live in a village in England. They are Britain. The Saxons are still there. There are knights still from King Arthur's court. They are dealing with memory loss within their village due to a curse that's been put on the village by a dragon. So you can tell there's a lot of fantasy, but it's really, really interesting, and you get a lot of characters. A knight from King Arthur's court, another knight that is Saxon, a group of monks, and things like that. So I thought it was really good. It's hard to explain this book, but I did enjoy the audio quite a bit, and I think it was probably the best way for me to get the content rather than reading it. I did recommend this one. I give this one 4 stars as well. The next book was a reread. I did a buddy read along with Sylvia Kay, and I'll link her channel below, and that's Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. It wasn't so much a buddy read because we both read it very quickly. The book is really, really short, maybe 100 pages or so, but it's a classic. I think I've read this one about 5 times now. Just enjoy it. I think it gets me in the Christmas spirit as well, so it was no surprise there. It's a 4-star book for me as well. The next book was one that I just wanted to light kind of Christmas read to read in between times, not really dedicate a whole lot of time to, and that was Susan Wiggs' Candlelight Christmas. It deals with 2 people who are divorced. There are children involved in this book. One is starting a new career. It's very light. It does deal with some issues that you would experience in divorce and children and sharing custody, etc. It was good. It's a 3-star book. It's very light. I recommend it if you're just looking for something that has a Christmas feel to it, but also deals with some subjects that many families probably experience during the holidays and other times. And the last book I read was Laura Ingalls Wilder's Christmas Stories, and these are just excerpts out of her books about Christmas time. It's really quick read. It's only 102 pages, but the font is really big, and it went very, very fast. I have probably read these stories before in other formats, but it was nice to have them all together. I do enjoy it. If you like the Laura Ingalls Wilder books or like to hear about times on the prairie, you'll enjoy this book. It was probably a 3.5 star. I'd round it up to 4, just because I like this at this time of the year, so it was good. So that's what I've read. What I'm reading now is Warcross by Marie Lu. I'm only like 20 pages into it, so I really can't tell you much about it. It is a book about video games, and it's a YA novel. It reminded me of Ready Player One when I read the synopsis, so I thought I would give it a try, and I just wanted some kind of science fiction book to read this month. And the next book that I'm reading, and this one I haven't started yet, but plan to start in the next week, is Christmas in London by Anita Hughes. Another light read. I think I said before, if it's about London and Christmas, I'm all there. So looking forward to this one. It's not too long, I think about 300 pages, and I don't imagine it's going to be very heavy at all. So that's what I've read so far this month and what I'm reading now. Please let me know if you're reading these books and what you thought of them. Also, what you're reading. Do you like to go light in December, or do you like to read heavier books or cozy books? What do you like to read? Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.